Hello and welcome to the Streamcast. Today we'll be launching the first episode of our Elite 4 Man United series.
Streamcast.
So for this series, what we decided was Blackamura will pick 4 players for me that I have to use in order to win the league. We're looking at a minimum of maybe 10 games missed or 28 games for the league, but that's the aim. What he didn't know when he picked the 4 players is the rest of the starting 11 that is in Man United, I would have to sell. They cannot be used in any league games, and if I can't sell them, they have to be transfer listed. If I can't sell them for whatever reason, then they drop to the reserves and they can only be used, I guess, for Champions League games and EFL games. This leads me on to the Elite 4 that Blackamura has picked for me, which is he said he wanted to be a challenge, but I think he just wanted to fuck me over. But you know, it is what it is, and this is the Elite 4. So starting off with his choice, we have, I don't know why he likes him so much, but we have McTominay, who formed the base of my midfield, I guess. And to the right of him, yes, to the right, and he has picked James for me. So the thing with these two is I'm not too worried because of potentials. I'm hoping the more games they play across the season, the better they'll become. Up front, we're going with Regalo this season. African champion, Nigerian's finest. The problem is, though, he actually isn't good at hold-up play because his passing stats are low. He's not good at running in behind because he's slow. So, with James on his side, it's tough because he's going to have to keep up. But I'm hoping that there's enough time for him to kind of slip the ball in and he can score some goals for me. But that's my 3. And for the 4th, he picked a man that scored 1 goal last season, right at the death of the season. Literally the last kick of the Premier League season is Jay Lingard. And yeah, when he sent me this list, I was vexed. Personally speaking, there'll be some bench players gone too. So I will be trying to sell Fred. I will be trying to sell I'll be trying to sell Jones as well, and I'll try and keep Eric Bailly. But with him and Juan Mata, if the bid looks good when it comes in, I'll let them go. So that means I can get rid of Maguire. Unfortunately, Wan-Bissaka, because I would have really liked to keep him in the team. But the problem I had was this. So with the 4 players he picked, I can't really have Igalo as my main striker. So as I explained before, he's not quick, he's not particularly good at hold-up play in this game. So he's going to have to be a 2, but I can't have Jesse Lingard and James as my wingers. So you switch things around, trying to look at it. So the formation I'm going with for this series is the 3-5-2. So I think it's more popularised by Dutch players and Dutch football. But we'll see how it goes because I'm not really good at that with FIFA. I'm a 4-5-1, 4-3-3 counter-attacking kind of person, and like I said, I lack pace. Luckily though, we keep 2 players. They don't have pace either, but they have quality. But that's what we're going with. Problem with Telles is he's very versatile, so I need to pick where I want to be for the season. And we decided on centre mid actually. He provides good cover there. He's got a decent long distance shot. I didn't check his vision, but I know he's a good passer of the ball. He can keep things popping up in there. I don't trust McTominay, and I can swap and reverse him with Van de Beek. So it gives me 2 good options in the middle of the field, which means I'd need 2 other left wingers because no Rashford and no Greenwood, which is annoying, but he was in the first 11. There's some crossovers with this team in first 11 and not. And obviously I needed to replace Matic because he wasn't going to be part of this squad either. There's also Brandon Williams. You'll probably see this later on in the series, but I did decide early on that, and I did forget to change him till later on, but he was going to be a centre back. There's no place for him as a left mid, I don't think. He didn't see what I wanted. He can play across the back line if he trains to be a centre back, I feel. Somebody can play left back and right back, and he's right footed, so I felt, yeah, why not? We'll just shift him there, which means I don't have to spend more on any more centre backs because I'm clearing everyone out, like literally everyone. So yeah, we had some big decisions to make. To give you an idea for the transfers and what I was thinking, so I wanted a solid back 3, so obviously my centre backs were of the utmost importance. I did want a left-footed centre back. I wanted a strong one in the centre, and I wasn't really bothered about the extra one. I knew I needed someone to come in, but I wasn't bothered. I just wanted them to be better than what I had, because I didn't want Jones, Rojo, or Eric Bailly anywhere near the first 11 if possible. Jones I didn't even want near the squad if possible. Rojo I don't mind, his left footed, so he gives us balance, but the others I didn't want in that first 11 and all squad. So I began my search, and obviously when I went to Mbappe, to be honest, because he was younger, but Alaba was available because Bayern Munich, of course, in the game bought Mbappe. Why? I don't know, but they bought him, so I went for Alaba, so that gives us some cover on the left-hand side. And if worst comes to worst and we do change formation later on in the season, we all know he can play left back. I then went for Menales because he's just solid, and I knew he would play really well in FIFA. I've used him before. I just want to see how he plays for Man United, and you'll see as the series goes, well, at least the first episode, because I've played that one already. You see how that goes, and he's pretty solid at the back. I didn't know much about Diego Carlos. I know he's at Sevilla. I know that Sevilla is an amazing team, but obviously I don't watch them play enough outside of the Europa League, so I couldn't really base it on anything apart from his stats. And the other Brazilian came straight from Brazil. Namesake Ronaldo, not his full name, but that's his namesake, from Romero. And often when I play FIFA, I look at the Argentinian and Brazilian leagues because you can often find gems there. I opted for Brazil this time to find an attacking mid to come in. And thankfully he also plays right mid too, so if anything happens to James or I need to rest him, I can shift him there, I can push Van der Beek forward, and we still have a team there too. On this kind of, for me, because I'm looking at doing this within 2 seasons, because more so for Igalo, I can't see him lasting more than that as my main striker. For me, I'd want it done in 1 season, but anyway, forward thinking, I needed cover for McTominay, who for whatever reason in this series, everybody wanted to buy him, and Luke Shaw I had bare bids for, and Bruno and De Gea and Pogba were just sitting there. I don't know what these guys were feeling for on Luke Shaw and McTominay, but there you go. Anyway, so I needed a CDM, but I opted for someone who was promising. Left mid was really important to me, and I needed 2 quality left midfielders. So now we've got another Jamaican on the wing in Manchester, so I brought Leon Bailey in. So he'll provide one of my wingers because I needed someone with pace. But I also needed not just pace but quality. So the man from Dortmund we bought, and I thought, because initially I do remember him being a striker, but when you check all of his stats, he just plays across the midfield, which is not what we needed, and we was definitely lacking in strikers, and we'll continue to lack in strikers until I can find the right one. I know it's going to be panic buying stations because I really want to sort out the defence and the midfield before looking into attackers, but yeah, that's the decision I made. So we've got 2 quality left mids, in my opinion, in terms of Leon Bailey and Guerrero up in that left mid spot. I'm hoping Guerrero can provide some goals. I'm hoping Leon Bailey can provide assists as well as goals, and we'll go from there, and hopefully they provide decent support for my attack. You got a young defensive mid, Tonali from AC Milan. I was looking to raid AC Milan, to be honest, but we got him from there. He's our cover. He had pretty decent stats, and I felt a lot more confident in the team that I had by the end of, I guess, the transfer. We haven't even hit deadline day, but I felt more comfortable with the transfers I made. I knew it would be definitely solid. The 2 flags were, for me, going into this, was Lingard in that spot. Would he ever be the playmaker I need? And even if he was the playmaker I need, are there the strikers I can use? I traditionally struggle with, like I said, slower, stronger strikers, even though they're prolific. And Igalo was prolific, particularly at Watford. And Cavani again, same. He's probably one of the world's best when it comes to movement. I know we kind of rib him for all the shots he misses, but to get in those positions, you have to have elite quality, and he is an elite striker. So cool, that's it. This is episode 1. Episode 2, we kick off against Newcastle up in the north. Hopefully we give them another Kevin Keegan moment if they are that high up the table, but we'll see. Again, I'm a little bit worried about my attack. Check out this 11 though, and the bench. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think it's a good squad? Would you be happy if Ollie took the wheel with this squad. Is this a squad you'd crave for at Man United? You know, we got rid of Maguire, but again, we lose Bruno Fernandes and we lose Paul Pogba. And, you know, we start who we have to start. But the squad as a whole, if you could make changes that I can't, maybe you could bring these 11, these substitute players in. Would you be happy with the squad, or would you make tweaks? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on that notification button so you do not miss the first episode where we travel. We travel across north to face Newcastle, and we've got some big games coming up against Leicester and Man City too. So stay tuned.